Hey guys, this is easily one of the most interesting and unique lights at the GVM booth, and it mainly has to do with its form factor. These are the Flathead bicolor and RGB lights. They have a range from 200C to 500C, with this 300 watt model being bicolor. So you have your warm and cool tones for this one. They are very, very flat. They're not very chunky and wide like you see in your more traditional lights like the all-in-ones over here we'll talk about next. This makes it really convenient for smaller setups or in tight rooms where you don't have all that space for your lights. And so this keeps all of that a lot more compact and easy to use. With the color versions, you're getting, of course, a full RGB, which is super nice for those more creative looks that you might want, especially if you're doing something in a futuristic setting or maybe in the sports lighting setting. I find colors really nice. But of course, if you want a traditional bicolor, the 300 watt model is more than enough. And what's great about all of these, they all are Bowens mounts, so you can use pretty much all of your traditional lighting modifiers on any of these. But what's really cool actually here, what they have is a 3x optical intensifier. So you're actually able to increase the output of your lights no matter what light you're using. So on this one, you're getting 3 times the output of the 200 watt, making it much more powerful and removes the need to necessarily have a 600 watt light in your kit. You just need to have this adapter. Here we have the all-in-one series from GVM, which is probably one of my favorite lines from their lights. And what makes it an all-in-one is that the controls and everything that you use to actually adjust the light is built into the box itself, instead of having that ballast control that you hang off to the side. It makes it actually a lot more compact, and you don't have to worry about hanging that ballast control in your set. And so I have the 300 watt bi, but here we actually have the color set when the 300, the 500, and then over here is actually the bicolor for 700, and we'll talk about the 1200s there later. So you have a good range of outputs, which is what I really like. I find 300's a good standard for most film productions where you're going to be exposing scenes where there's people and locations. And so these are fantastic lights and all very affordable, at least compared to other brands out there that have equivalent outputs. So this is the largest output all-in-one box they have, and this one is an output of 1200, which is, you're basically like fighting the sun at this point. So this is really for those high-end productions where you're looking to have as much output, maybe streaming out from a window inside, or you just need to mimic daytime in a nighttime scene. And as you can see, everything's built into the box directly. It's very compact, especially given that this is a 1200 watt light. And when we go on to the Rain lineup, which is their premium lineup, you'll see how much bigger the light is and how much more expensive they get. And so if cost is a concern for you, the all-in-one series is a great balance of power, control, and all in an affordable price. If you're a video production company or work in a studio setting, these lights are for you. These are the GVM Pro Series lights. They come in 200, 300, 500, and 650 watts. The only ones that are color are the 300 and the 650 watt here, which we have at the studio floor today. And this one is super powerful, and what makes it a Pro Series is the controls and the build quality. So these are made fully from a high quality metal, and it has the ballast controls here, which give you a lot more greater control of the light and things like DMX, and specifically on the 650 here, a V-mount plate. So you can power this on the go. And with that, you get a lot more control, especially if you're in those studio settings where you set up all the lights and now you can connect them all with that DMX, and you're able to now have the setup that you can run from your motherboard in a separate room or where have you. And so these are a great option for those working professionals who know they need that reliability, that higher quality, and for those extra controls and connections that you get with the ballast here. if you're looking for a very lightweight and compact light, you gotta check out the ZipTile lights from GVM. They have different sizes from 100 watt, 150, and 200. The 150 here is 2 feet by 1, so very compact. And if you need more output, you do have these 200 watt versions, and they're 3 feet by 1 feet. And in either case, they are super thin, and that's actually what makes them so great, because you can basically store a ton of them in the back of your trunk without taking up that much space. And in my hand here is some of their inflatable accessories. So this is one that has the grid box on it, but this is just a way to modulate the light to create it a lot softer. And if you do any sort of overhead lighting setups, you're not gonna introduce any weird like materials or silk that may drape from your ceiling setup. And so these are super modular, and that's also what makes them really cool. As you can see here on the show floor, they have 2 of them attached together, but sincerely, they told me that you can connect as many as you'd like because they all use these sort of zipper designs that you can just continuously link together. These lights are all controlled using these control boxes here, and on the back of them, they actually have V-mount plates, so you can power them on the go without necessarily needing to plug them into a wall outlet. And so these lights really are geared towards people who want something super compact, super lightweight, and quite versatile, right? You can hang these up overhead a subject, and you're not gonna be putting that much weight and risk over them. And so these are a fantastic option if you ever are looking for a different light source. The ZipTiles may be the one for you. And if you're looking for the absolute top premium quality lights from GVM, then you have the Rain series. And they only have 2 lights currently in this line. This is the 1200B, which is their super high output heavy duty light. And then over here, really quickly, we have their Flathead series, which we talked about in the previous video. And this is just like the exact same similar design, but in a much more premium form factor and build quality. What makes the Rain series different from something like the all-in-one series from GVM is, of course, this enormous ballast control. My God, you have so many inputs and outputs on this thing. You have your DMX in and out, you have a wireless DMX, and you have Ethernet ports. And this thing allows you to control the light. You can change the control properties from linear to log. This thing is super high quality and meant for professionals who really want to dial in a specific look and have the greatest control over their lights. And the other thing that makes the Rain series special is the mount. This is not a Bowens mount, which is typically a photo dedicated mount. This is the G7 mount, which allows for more optically designed video accessories. And so right here, we actually have one of their few accessories that GVM makes for this mount, which is this reflector dish with a sort of cage here that actually protects it from, any of those dents that you might get if it, rolls wrong in your car as you're driving onto set. And so this is a very premium, large amount. And what's cool about this one specifically is at the front here, you can actually slide in when you move this little latch here, and you can slide in one of their filters that allows you to turn this into a fixed angle Fresnel in case you need it for your set. And here we finally have their Flathead series, but in the Rain line. So this is their premium Flatheads. And as you can see, these suckers are super thin, and that's what makes them so attractive. You're saving a ton of space and a ton of weight, really, in your studio, whether you're traveling. These are super compact and build design. And 2 things that really stuck out to me. One, this actually has 2 mounts on it. In the inner circle here, you have your traditional Bowens mount. So you can attach all your Bowens mount accessories that you already own. But it also comes with its larger, more proprietary G7 mount that you can use to use the GVM line of accessories that they have for that mount. And so this is super versatile in that way. And it's all RGB, as you can see here. You have a ton of different colors, super accurate, And on the back here, all the controls are just built right into the body, very similar to the all-in-one series and the traditional Flathead line that they have. And it only comes in a 400 watt, but that is more than bright enough for most scenarios. And you still get some of your premium accessories like the DMX and CRMX wireless input.